Good evening. This is All India Radio Kohima. I'm Jonas Yantan with Evening News. The headlines. President Ram Nath Kovind lauds effort of central and state governments to bring peace, development into Northeast region. Prime Minister Narendra Modi says India remains committed to meeting needs of poorest and most vulnerable. Chief Minister Neiphiu Rio says Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, a unique opportunity for Northeast states. And Union Minister of State for Electronics and IT Rajeev Chandrasekhar arrives in Nagaland on a 3-day visit. Now the news in detail. President Ram Nath Kovind appreciated the combined efforts of the union and state governments for bringing peace and fast-paced development in the Northeast region in recent years. He was speaking at a concluding session of the Boro Sahitya Sabha in Damulpur district of Assam this morning. He also lauded the efforts of the Boro Sahitya Sabha for their initiatives for development and promotion of Boro language and said it is the duty of the society to protect and preserve a language. President Kovind is the first president ever to have attended any literary event of any language in the northeastern region. Meanwhile, Assam Chief Minister Dr. Himanta Biswa Sarma announced that the state government has decided to provide Boro medium instruction up to 12th standard on selected schools and also to provide 50 lakh rupees to the districts inhabited by Boro-speaking people for construction of Boro Sahitya Sabhas. Prime Minister Narendra Modi today said that India remains committed to meeting the needs of the poorest and the most vulnerable by building the next generation infrastructure to realize their aspirations. In a video message at the 4th edition of the International Conference on Disaster Resilience Infrastructure, Modi said people must be at the heart of any infrastructure growth story. He said that infrastructure is about people and providing them high-quality, dependable and sustainable services is an equitable manner. The Prime Minister said India is scaling up the provision of fundamental services in the areas of education, health, drinking water, electricity, transport, and also tackling climate change in a very direct way. Chief Minister Neiphiu Rio has said that Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav provides a unique opportunity for the northeastern states to come together and take stock of the strides made in developing our region and nation since independence. He was speaking at the interaction between state governments of Northeast and the central government organized as part of the Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav Northeast Festival at Guwahati today. The Chief Minister said it is a chance for the states to review their priorities and bring the benefits of the development to the people at a faster pace. Rio, however, pointed out that there is a need to explore the full potential of the Northeast region, its rich biodiversity, unique products, culture and traditions. To this, he said, Nagaland government continues to focus on providing the infrastructure needed for the people to connect with the rest of the world. Chief Minister Rio also said, as part of the Prime Minister's Act East policy, the region needs to develop the necessary infrastructure linkages and sufficient production capacity in order to adapt the markets of the Southeast Asian countries. Union Minister of State for Electronics and IT, Rajeev Chandrasekhar, is on a 3-day visit to Nagaland from today. On his arrival at Dimapur Airport, the minister was received by advisor Mhallomo Kikon and his colleagues, Minister V. Khashio Sangdam, advisors Imna Dipa and Yangsio Sangdam. Home Commissioner Abhijit Sinha told AIR News Kohima that due to bad weather conditions, the Union Minister had to cancel his scheduled visit to Gifore today. He, however, said the minister proceeded to Mon by road, where he will visit Longwa village tomorrow. Sinha also informed that if the weather permits, Chandrasekhar will fly to Gifore on the same day. On the last day of his tour, on May 6, Union Minister of State is scheduled to inaugurate 5 National Institutes of Electronics and Information Technology centers in northeastern region from Dimapur. This news comes to you from All India Radio, Kohima. You can also listen to this news bulletin on News on Air app and YouTube channel AIR News Kohima. The National Database for Arms License for uploading the details of arms license and issue of Unique Identification Number UIN has been extended till 31st of March 2023. In a circular, Deputy Commissioner Kohima, Gregory Tejavele, informed all arms license holders having registered arms on the license and not uploaded earlier to produce the license and arms along with the required particulars in prescribed format and documents to the DC office latest by 20th of March 2023. While forms can be collected from the DC office Kohima, ADC Chubabozo, STO Jakama, and STO Sechu Zepsa, ESC Gezocha, and ESC Boza, submissions of filled-up forms and other documents shall only be done at the DC office Kohima, the release said. Meanwhile, the Deputy Commissioner of Police, Crime cum Public Relations Officer Dimapur has also directed all arms license holders whose license have not generated the UIN to collect forms from the office of the Commissioner of Police Dimapur. Further, the release said arms license without UIN would become invalid after 31st of March 2023. A special team of Zeminu police conducted a raid in Desopenu village and arrested 2 persons. STPO Zeminu, Kuza Juri, has informed that acting on a specific information, the team conducted the raid on 29th of April and arrested 2 persons and recovered 1,060 numbers of spasmo proximon, 4.5 grams of suspected heroin, sunflower, and cash amounting to 24,000 rupees from their possession. In this connection, a case has been registered and is under investigation. Kohima Special Court Bokso has convicted 1 person for raping his 5-year-old stepdaughter on several occasions in 2019 at Kohima. According to a press release by the public prosecutor Kohima, T. Marlimba, the accused was convicted under relevant laws and sentenced to 20 years imprisonment and a fine of 5,000 rupees in default to undergo simple imprisonment of 1 month. While pronouncing the judgment on May 2 in the open court, the special judge, while Longkoma, stated that the prosecution has successfully proved the charge beyond reasonable doubt against the accused. The court further observed that considering the nature and gravity of the offence, the provision of the Prohibition of Offenders Act 1958 will not be made applicable in this case. Gifre District Planning and Development Board, the PDP, has approved the construction of an Ayush hospital at Gifre village. This was decided at a DPDP meeting chaired by Deputy Commissioner T. Watiaya today. The board also approved upgradation of School Au Ipnich School Gifre from primary to middle school level. The meeting was attended by departmental heads, tribal bodies, as well as civil and student organizations. Nagaland Legislative Assembly Speaker Sharingen Longoma said that a new AstroTurf football ground at Mugukchung will be operational within the next 14 months. He also informed that the state government will soon establish a sports battalion. Longoma said this while addressing the 3rd Mugukchung Inter-Ward football tournament today. He expressed hope that the 4th edition of Mugukchung Inter-Ward tournament will be held in the new AstroTurf ground. Organized by Maripkong Youth Association, a total of 13 wards out of the 18 wards under Mugukchung municipality are participating in the tournament. And now 20 news, here are the main points again. President Ram Nath Kovind lauds effort of central and state governments to bring peace development in the northeast region. Prime Minister Narendra Modi says India remains committed to meeting needs of the poorest and most vulnerable. Chief Minister Neiphiu Rio says Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, a unique opportunity for northeast states. And Union Minister of State for Electronics and IT, Rajeev Chandrasekhar, arrives in Nagaland on a 3-day visit. That is all we have in this evening news bulletin. Good night.